Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to talk about some mods really quick that are either no longer needed in Supermarket Simulator or basically no longer works due to the newest update. So let's not waste any time. Let's hop right into it. The first one is going to be portable scanner. Obviously this one is made obsolete due to the scanner and tablet added to the game. If you were using this mod, it was like a part of your typical mod lineup. You can probably just get rid of it unless for whatever reason you like this one more than the other one. I haven't been using the mod, so I cannot confirm if it still works or not. So I'll leave that up to the people who are using the mod. If you still like it, you think it's better for whatever reason, that's totally up to you. But as far as I'm concerned, this mod is made obsolete. Delivery organizer is another mod that has been rendered pretty much obsolete now due to the boxes kind of stacking themselves up really perfectly and neatly on the curb. And you can have up to 50 boxes delivered at once, which basically makes delivery organizer kind of worthless and not really needed. Employee training program is not a mod that I would deem worthless, but it doesn't work, and that's usually the case after any new major update. Unfortunately, that's just kind of the way it's been working. Whenever there's a major update, employee training program breaks. That's just how it is. So we'll see if anything happens with that. The mod creator has been pretty consistent on making sure that it's in working order each update, but who knows, maybe they won't get to it this time around, so we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Another one that is pretty much useless now is cashier checkout counter. Basically, this was a mod that enabled your cashier's checkouts to count towards the goal in order to unlock more cashiers. As far as I know, looking at the patch notes, this is a thing that is default in the game now, so you don't have to mod that in anymore. You can basically get rid of that. Let's see what's next. The next one is smarter restockers. Based on what I've seen so far, how the restockers have been acting, their behavioral patterns and stuff right now, it seems like they have been fixed quite significantly in this patch. I haven't had any issues of them getting stuck or any hiccups like that. They have been pretty much working fairly flawlessly. I haven't like really put them up to every scenario you could possibly put them up to, but so far so good. So you might not need smarter restockers anymore because it seems like the logic in the AI has been fixed for them. So before we move on to the next mod, I want to go ahead and highlight this comment from Stardom from my last video. I said that I was going to be highlighting the most interesting, funny, or helpful comment, and this comment definitely got my attention. It seems they were just as surprised as I was that this new update was out, but they also seem to be really excited that they can actually delete some mods now because the devs have been listening to us. So thank you so much, Stardom, for your support on the channel. Let's continue on with the video. Another one is rack refill. Rack refill just doesn't really work anymore. I've tried to use it on a couple of occasions and it's just not really functioning properly. I don't know if it has something to do with the scanner or the tablet or anything like that, or just the way the items are recognized in the game, but no more one button fill in your carts, at least for now, until that one gets fixed. Another mod that's pretty much obsolete now, well, completely obsolete really, is the run in the background mod. Now this was one that was kind of interesting that we even had to mod in the first place, but it was a thing, and if you wanted to run the game in the background while you were doing something else, you needed to mod it, but that's no longer the case. We got more settings in the game, so you can remove that one. The pallets mod is in limbo, honestly. The person who was currently handling the palette mod isn't really in the position to continue supporting it at the moment, and it doesn't look like they will be in the near future. So the palette mod is a probably just, I mean, you could probably continue to use it for the moment or for the time being until it breaks or stop functioning, but it's looking like once the palette mod is done, like once it stops functioning, it's pretty much done. That's not a 100% guarantee, but that's pretty much how it's looking. So I would go ahead and start saying your goodbyes to the palette mod because I don't think it's coming back. Next one up is going to be RDC Stock Manager. You really don't need this at all anymore because now you can use the scanner to be able to see what you have in your inventory pretty easily. You can also see it in the computer. Basically, that little shed or little house or whatever shows your full inventory, exactly what's both in storage and in the store. So you'll have a pretty good view of that. I mean, if you still want to use RDC Stock Manager and it still functions after the patch or whatever, I mean, I guess you can, because the numbers are highlighted. Sometimes they're red and yellow and stuff to let you know like what's short. But to be honest, like the fact that you can just see a number that is representative of how many items you have in the store, I feel like that just makes things a lot simpler, because if the number's low, then it's low. Like, it's very simple. You don't really need a color coding or anything. And like I said, because it accounts for what you have on the shelves and in the storage, it's a definitive number. It's like if you have 100, that's it. You have 100 of them, period. So if you only got 5 left, then buy some more. It's pretty straightforward, so that one can pretty much go too, unless for some reason you are really, really attached to it, then, you know. And then the last one I'm going to talk about is no max order limit. This basically just extended the amount of items you can put in a cart, so you weren't locked at 10. You could go up to basically infinite if you want to. That one got basically rendered, I wouldn't say obsolete, because infinite is still more than 50, but 50 is pretty sufficient, all things considered. Like 50 boxes is a pretty decent amount of products to be able to order at one time. I think that's fine. So this mod isn't, at the very least, it's not necessary anymore, because 10 was completely unacceptable, but 50 significantly more reasonable. So you may notice that there are some mods on this list that I didn't mention. You may notice that there are some mods that you may use or whatever that either don't work or that you think are obsolete. This mod list was made up of mods that I'm familiar with and the mods that I use in particular. So you won't see any mods on this list that either I don't use or I'm not familiar with, because I just can't speak on those. And testing every single mod on the Nexus is just not a realistic thing for me to do. So yeah, hopefully this list was useful to you guys. If you use any of these mods, like I said, it's going to be ultimately up to your discretion on whether or not you continue to use them. Otherwise, some are just completely worthless and there's no reason to have them at all, so you might as well just save the space. Next video that'll come out, I'll be talking about the mods that do work and the mods that I still use, and that'll be beneficial for you to continue using if you like. But there you go, guys. Thank you so much for watching the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys on the next one.